on the grind with Overyt,
the man who controls the hype.
Today, my vision's getting clearer. My only competition is the man in the mirror. Me against me, I'm the number one contender. Yo, man, that was a dope song by Macho Black. Bring us to the time right now at exactly 4 minutes past the hour of 9 p.m. Welcome to it. It is the second hour of the show. This is Hip Hop on the Grizzle, Hip Hop on the Grind. Like I said, the only show that plays 100% of local upcoming hip hop talent. We're the only show that bridges the streets, the gap between the streets and the industry, and we're still the only show where hard bars actually save you. So now, how Macho Black got his song on our playlist was that he came through and he actually spat, you know what I'm saying, and he basically represented Pitori and all that stuff. And when you hear his style, you can hear a bit of 25K. I mean, the first time I heard 25K, I was like, nah, man, this guy sounds like Macho Black. So it sounds to me like this Pitori thing, this is the Pitori style of hip hop. So shout out to you for representing and all that stuff, man. And as promised, the man is in the studio. We got Fezile Beat-Box Soweto in the house. Can everybody, we're just two men in the studio, but then can everybody have a young round of applause, man? I'm even gonna jump on, man.
Oh yeah, give me them hands.
Wait, I'm actually gonna give you the hands. There we go.
Yeah.
Word up.
Building. It's your boy. Yeah. No, I love what you're speaking about with the music from Pitori, you know. I'm looking at how we grew up in hip hop.
Yes, sir.
Where you could differentiate between a cat from Pretoria, from Soweto, from Mufftown. It was a huge difference. You would never know. Back then, even the guys from Durban, you would find one or two, you know, before Zagwe stepped into the scene, you know. When we were growing up, it was just it's either you Soweto or you Pitori, you know.
Yes, sir.
And the guys from Mufftown, I love how they came in and man, they messed things up.
But then at the same time, currently, I won't ask where they're at, because now we know the state of the game and all that.
Sure.
But then we are lacking that whole Motswako flavor within the hip hop space. You know, I think the last time we heard of Motswako was with Fifi Cooper.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now after Fifi Cooper, what actually happened? You know what I mean?
No, I get you. From my view, I'm a hot man. They just dimmed down. You know, Kulichana. For me, I spent days bumping his albums. I'm going, this is a masterpiece, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, I wouldn't even say a Sama award winning. They should give that hot man a Grammy. You know, so
yes,
I'm
sir.
listening to it. So I'm thinking the baton was passed on to Casper took it and he made it big. So now the huge problem is he's no longer sounding hip hop, the grimy hip hop who sound. And big ups to him, because he took the whole Motswako movement and said, we're gonna make it, I don't want to say global, but we're gonna make it so fresh we can take it to the Idayanos. We could do anything with Motswako. So my thing is that sort of Motswako movement faded a little bit because of, he has shifted it. And
yes,
he
sir.
didn't remain hardcore hip hop,
Snap, and it's crazy because now we've got a whole lot of Motswako MCs hitting us up as well. You know, we've interviewed a crew by the name of Hash One. We've had a cat by the name of Mukhosi Tau as well. We've got Soxmatics as well. Shout out to the cats. And you can actually still hear Hore Intele Motswako.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So cats are still holding it down. I just feel we need to give it the platform it needs. You know what I'm saying?
It does need a good platform. I've seen guys like the Dun Fam. You know, Dun Fam is a mixture of a couple of cats. One of them is Rhymestein. Wow, I've never seen a cat flow like that on a beat. I used to just be together half the time just to listen to him. My biggest thing is it has, how do I put it? It has gone to a level where it's not on radio all the time. It's not on TV all the time. The music videos are not pumping as strong because a huge focus will be on one guy. You know, just like they do overseas. King of New York, one guy gets the focus and the other guys will just trickle in. So my biggest thing is we need that one guy to come in with something not like we've seen, something just different, but still says Motswako. I would say that tension will sit on there, but Fifi she's still holding it down.
She's still holding it down, yo. Yeah, I love it to bits, yo. Okay, yeah, sorry, like we just jumped right into it, you know, because now that's the whole thing, hip hop and all that, you know. There's always like topics, there's always debates and all that. Nah. So now, before we actually get into like the world of hip hop, who is first of all, how you doing, Hotman?
I'm good. I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm blessed, man. Can you tell us? Okay, so who is Fezile Beat-Box Soweto, and how did it all begin for you?
Wow, it all began back in, I would say, in primary school, right? So Fezile was not Fezile to start with. Fezile is a name given to me by my father, right? But I never did use it. You know, when you're rappers, I started as a rapper, and I was called Illogic. Reason being is everybody was so logical. I was just the one guy who went the other way. So everything I spoke, I was a little bit like Bizarre, you know, from D12. Funny enough, they were the ones that inspired me. So I was Illogic, and I was just a young cat spitting it from the South, man. Then what happened to me is I started getting into the culture more than just the music, you know, how to rap. Okay, there's a beatbox, and funny enough, my first beatbox I could do was Ish Can Happen by D12.
It that can happen.
So yeah. So that was it. That was it for me, and I caught onto the D12 wave. Right after that, so much got introduced to me. But the one moment I will not forget is a moment just sitting in the morning before I went to school, and I saw DMX come on with that Who We Be track. That was it. I was like, it's no longer having fun. It's really bitten me. So that was it, and from there I could rap and beatbox. So the worst thing is you don't find too many of us beatboxers around.
Exactly, and it seems as though it's I won't say a dying culture per se, right? But then like beatboxers tend to evolve into like producers. They tend to evolve into like the managers and all that stuff. So like where did you like find your space within the culture?
So you know, after the whole rap and beatbox, half the time I was the only beatboxer there. So it got me improving on that. Guys like Jazz from Fire, you know, we used to kick beatboxes for hours. And
I was talking to Jazz actually. Like we're gonna have him on the show. He's in that crew with Addict as well. And they put some.
So the big thing is as I continued beatboxing, I got better and better. So now I never really went into hip hop battles. I never battled. Now I just went into beatbox battles because I was just having so much fun playing around with sound, and you know, it was such a fun thing. It wasn't a profession, just say. I didn't even take it seriously. It was just having fun until 2008, 2009. I met up with a gentleman by the name of George Overyt. So George Overyt was probably at that time South Africa's #1 beatboxer.
Yeah, via South Africa's Got Talent. Yeah.
Even before that. Yeah. You know, when you watch him on stage, he had a polished set. So I never knew anything about a set. All I knew was get on the mic, beatbox. That's all. So
is there a set and all that? And what does like a set comprise of?
So when you say a set, you just do it just exactly like performing music. You'll have an intro. So an intro usually is like, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? You know, it's to get the crowd going. And once the crowd goes, hey, then you start going, you know, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You start go. So those are intros per se. As you listen to it, it's like an intro where you get the crowd to walk with you and say, we're getting the show started. And the car goes that way, comes back. You just get creative. It's not the same thing all the time because it changes bit by bit. But you usually give it something similar all the time. Then what you do is from that intro, everybody now knows what you're doing. It's not you actually beatboxing. It's just doing a couple of sounds so they know this is what you're about to do. Then you get into the music, whether you want to do hip hop, house, jazz, any sort of music. You structure the show for who's in front
audience,
of you.
yes, sir.
Because usually the audience don't realize that we beatboxers we sit for hours going. That's practicing the pace. Go quicker, slow.
Yeah.
That's all we do. So we can get the sounds
yeah.
together and fit into the bars. But that's not something I'm going to step on stage and do for you. Because at the end of the day, your ear will never catch on unless you're another beatboxer. So if we had a beatbox convention, I'll grab every beatboxer. You see that there's nothing famous, no famous songs will be done because we understand the whole techniques, the styles, everything that goes into that. In fact, I think Back to the City was 2014, if I'm not wrong. We jumped on stage and there was a guy called Morgan. He stood there and he says, okay, I'm judging as per gaps in a beat. So when I go, there's a gap. So if you fill that gap, you get higher points. So what you don't hear is there's still another gap. The other gap.
What? Yo.
The other gap is bass. It's all just filling the gap as you. If you're a beatboxer, you'll hear it.
Yo, man, like I'm only hearing it now. I had no idea that there were actually gaps and that this thing was actually taken as okay. I know that people did judge, bad, but then I didn't really know that there was a set criteria.
There's one. Trust me. The more experienced beatboxers sit there and we judge the younger guys because you develop certain techniques and sounds to fill the gaps. One thing I'll teach everybody is what you call the snare. So the snare makes it so much easier for you to look at the gaps. So snare sounds like right. So when you kick hi-hat, everybody knows those. You see, when I start doing that, I can hear the gaps. So now I start filling the gaps. Kick. Now I start filling it, right? Usually I can do this on stage for an audience and go, hey guys, this is how I learned to beatbox. I learned how to do the kick, hi-hat, snare. Then I go, and everybody starts going, oh. I'm like, wait a minute. When you learn how to beatbox, you do the music and it's fun. But what's music without dance? So now imagine my left leg sounds like my right leg sounds like. Now, but because we're not at a show, now I'm showing everybody how you took those two sounds and you add them to fill in the gaps. So now moving from now you go. And then you mix the right foot. Now, when you get to that level, you start learning how to even mix your sounds. So now it goes from to. Now you mix the and the. Now in a show, I would be like, I'm doing the left and the right foot, Yeah. So we're doing the left and the right foot, and I'll start with the left foot, then go to the right foot. Then I go, now both. Now, when I say both, I'm trying to say you can't dance with your left without the right. So now everybody's focused on dancing rather than the sound. Now, when you get into the sound, now you go, and you do it very slowly for them so they can walk with you. Now both. So So that's beatboxing. You're just playing around with sound, and it becomes an illusion where I'm making 5 sounds at the same time. In reality, you just make one sound at a time. You just understand the gaps in between, so people go, "Wow, he's actually making, 5 sounds at the same time." But no, the thing is, now it gets technical where you learn how to push the melodies out your nose and the drums out your mouth, because everything that's a drum it's gonna come out of your mouth. But when I start doing the basses, they coming out my nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
So the fun part is you can actually even start your own party.
yeah, and because now I'm busy thinking to myself, like, because now like, you know, today is hip hop's birthday and all that, and like one like incredible dope way to like represent is through such, right? So now in my head I can picture you already like working on a collaboration tape where you beatboxing and someone is MCing and it becomes like a full project.
Yeah. I think in my life I tried a couple songs that we did with a few MCs. The biggest thing is our country is not ready for it. Honestly,
Nah, you can't say that, yo.
trust me, we're not ready for that, because the thing is with beatboxing, it is so technical. It needs somebody to sit down and really listen, right? Because the beauty of it, I can make my sound as if it's a snare drum did by the computer or the software. Now you wouldn't hear the difference. So if I put that song out, nobody's gonna go, actually that's a guy's mouth. They're gonna say, no, this is a hit track. Now everybody dances to it, and I'm going on stage and I'm beatboxing it. They're gonna go like, okay, what's going on? So that's the thing I'm saying. We are not ready. What people are ready for is to actually start learning what is beatboxing.
Yeah, yes,
all over
sir.
the world,
Yes, sir.
it's a big thing all over the world. When you go to Europe, places like France, the UK, we once had the French champions team beatboxing, which is a different level of beatboxing where I do the bass, you do the drums, he does the scratches, so we all going at the same time, and and how to synchronize.
Yeah.
Man, that's another level, you know. So
Yes, that's crazy. Yeah.
So our country is still at the infant stage, and you must understand that right now we have recently grasped to people grabbing the microphone, and that's where we can begin the whole topic of hip hop and rap.
Hip hop on the grind with Overyt.
The man who controls the hype.